Hello students, today we're going to be introducing a small workshop on the use of the exercises for writing. So we're going to get started. In the future weeks, you're going to be using your books with the exercises and extra worksheets to work for making corrections. Very quickly, if we can appreciate here, there is a paragraph and then there are spaces in which you are to mark the mistakes. See, at home by the computer, you have to do is put a number, see, according to the mistake. And these are the symbols that it will represent. See, the idea for this is for you to make the corrections in the paragraphs. So we're going to check these symbols a little bit more profoundly. Here are the first 6. One, capitalize, make it lowercase, a spelling mistake, add a period, delete, and remove a word. And then the remaining ones. Number 7 is adding a comma. Number 8 is reverse words or letters. 9 is add up an apostrophe. 10 is adding quotation marks. 11 is making a space. 12 is close the space. And 13 is starting a new paragraph. So we're going to have a very brief example for each one so that you can understand when to apply your symbols. Every time you make corrections in the paragraphs that you are to make corrections, I would suggest that you go through this basic process, checking that the sentences have a structure, subject, verb, and an object. Checking that the subject and the verb agree, they are correctly. Checking that the spelling is okay, that there are no words with spelling mistakes. And the basic punctuation, every sentence starts with a capital and closes with a period. So with that on hand, let us go quickly through the different examples for each one so that you can understand how to apply them. Number 1 refers to capitalize. As you can appreciate in the first one, everything seems to be okay, but you start a sentence with a capital. So as you can see, the 3 lines capitalize. Number 2, according to our control here, is making lowercase. In number 2 is the sentence is okay, but at the end, cat is capital. Cat is a common noun, so you go with the slash, as is here, to make that correction. Number 3, which is about spelling, you see the symbol, SP. It is 9 o'clock, so 9 is missing an E, and it's a spelling mistake, so you put an SP, indicating that there is a mistake in it. Checking the other sentences and examples. If we go with number 4, it says, Catherine is an excellent student, so at the end there's a period missing, see? You close that. Number 5, it goes with deleting words. That means you use the symbol to remove words that are not necessary for a sentence. I go to the church on Sundays, you say, but you don't say the, so you remove. You say I go to church on Sundays. Okay. Moving on to the next example, number 6, adding a word. So sometimes sentences happen to miss words. The math book has 310 pages. 300 and, so you're going to insert. You're going to insert with that symbol and 10 pages. Number 7 is about commas. You separate words with commas. My garden has flowers, plants, and trees. Flowers, comma, plants, and trees. So insert a comma. Number 8 is about, according to our control here, it says reverse words or letters. This is very common in English because sometimes we think a little bit in Spanish, so sometimes we put words the other way around. So it says, Mary has a house pretty in the neighborhood. See? House pretty. You don't say that in English. You say pretty house. So when you have that situation, you put that symbol stating or explaining that the words need to be changed in place. Number 9, it's about adding an apostrophe, a small comma. I'm from Guatemala. See, there's a comma missing, so insert the comma. Number 10, adding quotation marks. Quotation marks is to explain that something important is said, is expressed. So the sentence reads, be quiet, said the teacher in class. So you need the 2 commas to open and to close. You call those quotations, so insert those. Number 11, it says, the girl forgot the English workbook. So sometimes when we write, we make a mistake of putting 2 words together, and you need to separate them. So English is one word, workbook is another word. So you separate them with that symbol. Number 12, on the contrary, sometimes you write words in a sentence that need to be put together. So like homework is one word. So you use those symbols. See? As it says here in number 12, close the space. See? Homework. And number 13, when you start a paragraph, see, you always try to leave a small space. And that is called indent. So here is the example, the same sentence. Notice that here there's no space, but right here you left a small space. Every time you write a paragraph in the first sentence, you always leave a small space. See, so that your paragraph is understood. So these are the symbols for corrections that we're going to be using. These are not the only symbols. There are many more, but for our uses at CED school, those are the ones that you're going to have to get familiarized with. So I encourage you to prepare your books and be ready for the exercises that will come, and make sure that whenever you have doubts, that you tell your teacher that you need to practice. These are the type of exercises that you're going to be receiving in the future weeks. So thank you.